Hi, my name is Melissa Fino, and this is YouTube Tuesday. If you're not happy and you're wondering why everyone else around you seems to be really happy and loving their life, but you're just like, this really doesn't feel like it's right, then this video was made for you. I'm Melissa Fino. I am a women's worthiness coach, and you can find me over at loveyourlifecommunity.com. If you head on over to my website, you'll be sure to get so many freebies, and I'm sure it's going to resonate with you. But for now, you're here because you're not happy. You're probably overwhelmed, cranky, tired, not enjoying your days. You know when you have one of those moments when you wake up in the morning and you put your feet down on the ground and you can already tell it's gonna be a bad day? Those are the days that take you over. Those are the days that make you want to hide in bed, pull the covers up over your head, and not go anywhere and not do anything. But those days don't just come out of nowhere. Those days are built up. So when we're feeling that way and we're completely overwhelmed and we're anxious, there's been a slow build up to all of that. And if we don't start to work and change those behaviors that have brought us there, it's only going to go downhill from there. Hit a big old like right there if you know what I'm talking about. If you've ever had one of those days where you woke up and you just wish you could stay in bed but you couldn't, what do you do? What do you do in that time frame? You know, like you have to take your kids out of bed, bring them to school, go to work. You can't miss another day of work because then you won't get paid. And if you do, then you're going to get a write-up from your boss, and you have to make your husband's lunch, and you have to go pick up your own parents because they can no longer drive. And the day goes on and on and on. We all have so many responsibilities, and there are times when we have to just suck it up and go through them. There are moments when we really can't feel our feelings. Better yet, we can't even really feel our days. Those are the days when we need help the most. How do you get through them? I have 3 simple shifts that you can do to help you get through those days, but it's just a simple shift. It's kind of a mindset break to get you through that moment. But I have to be honest with you, these are going to shift your mind. But if you have all of this stuff that's bubbling up inside and it's unresolved and you're not listening to it and you're not working through it, it's going to continue to fester up inside and it's only going to get larger. So that's the one thing I really want you to know right now. If you do have unresolved feelings here, you might not even know what those feelings are. You might not even be able to place them. Those are things that you really need to work through, most likely with a coach or a therapist, depending how deep and heavy they are. But that's something else. Right now we're talking about 3 shifts. 1, 2, 3 shifts that are going to help you shift your mindset today and will actually make you grateful for all of the things that are giving you a headache right now. I promise. The first shift is, do I have to have this to have a happy life? Do I have to have this to have a happy life? What does this mean? So many of us are wanting more and more and more. We want the larger job. We want the bigger house. We want to have the larger car. We want to have more vacations. We believe that the more we acquire, the happier we're going to be. But truth be told, the more we acquire, the more responsibilities we have, the less time we're taken away from everything that really lights us up, meaning our kids, our family, our animals, being outdoors in nature. The more you acquire and the more you try to keep up with the Joneses, the less time you're going to have to do everything that really lights you up. Now, there's another side of this as well. When you're thinking, do I need this to have a happy life? There's also that moment where you don't get something that you expected. You expected that you were going to get the promotion at work. You expected that you were going to get a raise. You expected that you were going to get approved for a new loan that was going to help you get this new car. We expect all of these different things. We expect that we're going to get an A on an exam, but instead we got a B-. So sometimes when those expectations aren't met, They break our hearts and they make us want to turn into, well, why did this happen to me? And oh, woe is me. And this is the end of the world. But if we allow ourselves to step outside of that experience that we're personally experiencing in that moment, we can actually see that there's a reason why that unmet expectation wasn't for us. Sometimes the door is closed because there's another job opportunity which is better down the road, but we would have never taken the chance or gone after it if we had been accepted for the higher promotion. Sometimes we don't need the larger car. Sometimes there's a bigger reason why it's saying you're not going to get this loan, you're going to get it from somewhere else. There's always something else. But that unmet expectation or the notion that it just didn't go the way that I wanted can break up our days and make one sad minute or one sad second or one sad hour ruin the whole entire day. And I've seen it happen for many people. I've seen it happen to myself. I've actually seen it happen where it just flips your whole entire mindset and you become the victim now. You become in victim mode. Why did this happen to me? Oh, woe is me. All of these different things. But we're not supposed to get everything. Like everything isn't supposed to work out exactly the way we imagine. That's why our expectations are kind of ridiculous at most points. So here's mind shift number 1. Do I have to have this to have a happy life? Did you need that promotion to have a happy life? Did you need that car to have a happy life? Most likely you didn't. I don't think you do. But mind shift number 2. Is this who I want to be? Think about it. Is this who I want to be? Is this who I want to be? You know those moments you have when everything is just going wrong, you know, like you have your microwave has just blown up, the phone keeps ringing, the electricity is about to get shut off, your child needs this, the car runs out of gas. Everything just comes at you at once and you're so overwhelmed and you have no choice but to freak out, right? Just ask yourself, is this who I want to be? Is this who I want to be? Most likely you're going to think about who you are and the character traits that make you, your values, your own behaviors and beliefs. You're going to see that those little things aren't going to break you. They are never going to break you. You may be having a bad moment and it doesn't mean that it's going to change into the whole entire day, and it doesn't mean that it needs to change you. Okay? Just keep that in mind. And then the last one is it useful? Is this behavior useful? Is the shift that it's creating in my own energy useful? Is what it's taking away from me useful? Think about how when something doesn't go our way and we begin to think about negative thoughts and then we ruminate and we repeat those over and over and over in our head again. We think, now this thought that you were not enough or that you weren't good enough has turned into your actual reality. But it's not the truth. It's not. Those thoughts are not your reality. And these are the kinds of ideas and notions that we have to catch ourselves in. You have to remind yourself that a thought is just a thought and that it's not real. And then you have to challenge them. You have to challenge it in your head. So when you go and you say, I'm not good enough because you believe the inner critic that's in your head, ask yourself, why am I not good enough? Why do I believe this? Why have I let my thoughts ruin the moment that I'm in? Why have I let them take me physically out from being present in the moment and living my days to now living inside my head? When you think about that you're actually allowing your thoughts to physically take you out of your body and now you're living in your head, you can no longer see what's really physically going on around you, it's not useful. Overthinking will consistently always lead to overwhelm. You need to reframe your thoughts and not shame them. Don't ever shame your thoughts. So we have 3 big mind shifts that we did today. What do I need this to have a happy life? Is this who I want to be? And is it useful? So if you're not feeling happy, I really hope that these shifts have helped you so that we can shift just a little bit for the one moment that you're in today. And then, we'll dig a little deeper and go further. But for now, I hope you enjoyed YouTube Tuesday. Get you out there and loving your life. Have a good one. Bye.